All right, it's Sorare 26 NBA optimizer time. We're going to be handing these out this afternoon and this evening. If you saw my post in the Discord, click the little chart emoji or whatever that thing is. I will get to you first. I'll kind of go through the building process and how you're getting set up. So let's jump in. All right, so we've gotten rid of the instructions page. We now have settings. So this is something you can edit, but you don't have to. This is where your username goes, your slug. I can show you how to find that. In fact, let's do that real quick. And for this one, I'm going to use our guy, Andre. All you have to do is search yourself up here in the search bar, find your account, and then if you click See Cards, it will show your slug in the URL up here at the top. So if you click the URL, you'll see it. For most of you, it's just going to be your username. Some of you have like all these letters and numbers after it. So for him, it's all the letters and numbers. For most of you, it's just going to be your username. We're going to do Hey Eagle Fan. He was the first one to click the emoji. So the settings tab has a couple of things. There is now a max pool size that you're able to edit with a dropdown. And so what this does for you is it increases or decreases speed by looking at fewer or more combinations. So you can go up to 80. You can go all the way down to 40. If you're in a hurry, put it on 40. It's still going to give you the top 40 values. And generally, you're going to get the same results in a much quicker time. If you want to analyze more and you have some time to spend, you don't mind waiting for the optimizer to finish working and go up to the 70 or the 80. I just got it set at 60 right now, kind of a middle of the road. So first thing I want to show you is how to update your API. You can do this as much or as little as you want, but I'd suggest doing it often as your XP changes, your collection will change as you buy and sell more cards. And in order to do that, we're going to go to this gallery update in our menu bar here. Say get gallery. It's going to run a script that needs authorization. To do the authorization, you just click OK here. You're going to click on your account. You're going to click advanced on this page. It's going to pop up another little thing here down at the bottom. You just click to the go recorded macros and hit select all and give it permission to run our scripts in this sheet. All right, now it has run the script, fetched the data. So if we look at our gallery update tab, you're going to see all his cards here. This is where all your card raw data is coming from. Tells you your XP, the card's individual ID. Don't really have to do anything with this tab. This is just where it updates. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to copy it over to the current game week and the daily pickup tab. Update current game week and daily pickup. You click this. It's going to ask you which kind of copy type you want. And this is the same as it was for MLB. So those of you who do MLB, you'll recognize this screen. You have two choices. You can either clear all your data, which clears all your markings because it's a new game week and you're starting over, or if you're updating during a game week and you want to leave your markings in place, you can click the ongoing game week, preserve existing competition marks. So we're going to do a new one because it is a fresh game week. Going to get this screen that tells you it has done what it's supposed to do. And when you come over here, as usual, everything's all jumbled up. And Lucian has put some really good new sorting scripts in. So right up here in your menu bar, you'll see sorting. And all these sort both tabs. So it'll sort your daily pickup and your current game week at once. So you can sort by scarcity, then in season, then projection. So you can see your cards in order by whether they're in season or classic, and then by projection. If you want to sort by the value metric that we have, the L10 difference. So that's your top end estimate minus L10. You can do the same sort, scarcity, in season or classic. And then we have an arena sort that sorts both tabs without the XP involved. So that would just be this column G here. That's the projection without adding the XP. And then I have a daily pickup sort. I don't know if we even need that anymore. Good enough without it. Probably won't use it, but we'll leave it there. Even for a champ lineup, you can use a classic card. So if you want to do just scarcity projection, you'll see it. You'll see it come up with the 4 super rares up top here. And then for his rares, it's just going by projection. So obviously, if you want an MVP, it looks like Jokic would be his best rare here. And if you want to see them grouped by in-season first, you click the top one. It'll separate them out for you. And here's the sort scarcity, then by value, in-seasons on top, classics on the bottom. As with any of our optimizers, before we can run a lineup, we need to filter. So when you go to the Optimize tab here, you're going to go to Pre-Filter Players. And he's got enough in-seasons where I think he's going to be trying champ. There's some more options here on this screen than there were before. You can decide which type of filtering you'd like to do. Do you want to filter by arena? Do you want to filter by game week projection or by value. You want like the top 80 values. You want the top 80 overall scores, because there are competitions where it's a no cap. You can put as many in as you want. So different ways to filter now. Usually I'll use value, and we want to do a rare, and let's see what we come up with here. Looks like he's bought some decent cards here. He doesn't have a huge classic collection. For those of you who do have a huge classic collection, you are going to see that your classics are most of your eligibles. You can edit all this manually, so if you want it to look at all your in seasons, you can take some classics away. You just can't really go over that 80 number here up top. You'll see this cell O2 has the number that are marked as eligible for the optimizer to look at. All right, so if he's playing champ, we would want to look for our best overall projection to put in that MVP slot. I can tell you right now it's going to be Jokic, because this is as far down as his rares go, and I don't see anybody else over 70. So let's say we wanted to use Jokic as the MVP. We can type the word mandatory right here over the word eligible next to our Jokic. Make sure that's in the right spot. We go back to optimize, and it's going to ask us which competition we want. We want to do champ. And how does it know it's doing rare? It's because the rare is the only thing that's eligible. So when you filter, it's going to tell it what scarcity you're doing. Then when you come here, you'll tell it what competition. And since he only has 33, that went pretty fast. If you're doing a full 60 or a full 80, it's going to be a little bit slower than that. When it's done, it'll tell you, and then you go to suggested lineups, and it'll show you your optimal here. So for him, he's got his classic Jokic as his MVP, Sabonis, Morant, DiVincenzo, and Jaime Jaquez. Say you didn't like that one, you could go on to lineup 2 or lineup 3. I think Morant's going to be out to start the year. Well, newsflash, apparently Morant expects to be ready for opening night, and he does have a minutes projection, so he's projecting right now. That's news to me. I thought he was out for a couple weeks. Anyway, depending on which lineup you want to use, you'll see these mark as used, unmark buttons. Let's say you like this second one better. Mark as used. You'll see it run a script. When it's done, it should pop up a little toast thing here. Tells you they've been marked, and when it marks them, it'll mark them both in your current game week, and it'll also mark them in your daily pickup, so you won't reuse them later or try to reuse them later. And you would put that lineup in, and then when you wanted to run your next one, you'd have to take the eligibility away from the cards that you used. If you're doing the same scarcity, you could just do this manually. Just delete the eligible word. Now for a second lineup, you'd need a second MVP. Looks like his next closest guy is SGA here at 66. So let's mark him as our mandatory for the next run. We're going to optimize again. Completed. Suggested lineups. Here's SGA as our MVP. You can see a lot lower score here when we get to the second lineup, 223. You'll be able to tell soon after the season starts what kind of score you need in order to be competitive in these competitions. And this will be a great tool, help you figure out when it's time to throw the towel, quit putting lineups in that aren't going to be competitive. With the unlimited number of arenas you can do, you'll be able to see exactly where your cutoff is pretty quickly. You'll know where the risk reward line is, basically. So let's say we wanted to use this third lineup here. We can mark this as used, pop up another toast here in a second. There it is. And when we go back here, we're going to now see that those are marked. Now, one thing he added is, let's say you marked it and then you changed your mind. I don't want that lineup anymore. Now you can unmark it. Another script, pop up another toast. You go back here, marks are gone. All right. The other great thing is, if you're sticking with the same scarcity, you don't actually have to refilter every time as long as your eligibles are correct. So let's say you did a champion, a rare champion, and then you wanted to try a rare arena. You could actually just go to optimize and then tell it which arena you wanted to try. Like let's say we wanted to try an arena 75, and it should be able to build you an arena 75. Our adjusted lineups, all within the 75-point structure. I actually like that one. Turner and Porzingis, two of the best values on the board. Aaron Wiggins is a 9. Opening night, Grayson Allen filling in for Jalen Green. And then Keita getting starter run in Boston. So I think you got a shot with that one in an Arena 75 if you wanted to try it. So we just would mark it as used. Toast pops up. Go check it. And again, you'd have to either remove them or refilter. Refiltering takes a minute. Just clicking and deleting next to the names. Pretty simple process. Then you're ready to run your next lineup. So it should be a lot more efficient this year. I think you're going to like these changes. Hopefully everybody's excited for the season. I know I am. We're going to have a great year with the cup coming real soon here in a couple weeks. Hopefully we can get a couple streaks started early, win a bunch of cash by the time it does the 5 times multiplier. I wish I was as aggressive with the market as you guys are, but I tend to sit back and watch things from a distance and just cheer the rest of you on. But I appreciate you all being here. I hope you like the product and the tools. And we're going to have a great year. Let me know if you need anything. I will start distributing these this afternoon. I will DM you in your Discord when yours is ready. The link that you can bookmark, and I'll have it all set up for your gallery, already updated and sorted the first time. You'll just have to do the permissions, and then you can start building. All right, thanks for watching, and thanks for being here. Let's have a great year.